Let's discuss price targets. Where do we think Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to go during this next bull run? Before we get started, I want you to comment down below the price targets of Bitcoin and Ethereum of this next bull run. And the person who gets the closest number of what Bitcoin and Ethereum hits at the top of this next bull run will get a reward from me. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Compass, your guide to everything crypto. When you are looking for price targets, you have to understand how the cycles work. You can make estimated guesses on a future price of an asset by looking at the previous cycles and the peaks and lows of that cycle. So for example, Ethereum hit a low of $100 before the previous bull hit, and it ran up to around $5,000 during the bull. Comparing this data to the 2017 bull run when Ethereum hit a high of about 1,300, that is about a 4x difference across cycles. Over time, as we see more cycles, we come into the concept of longer cycles and diminishing returns. This means that the cycles are longer, but the returns are less. So if we saw Ethereum do a 4x from its previous high, maybe this time around we'll see Ethereum do a 3x from its previous high. Well, that still puts Ethereum at a $15,000 price target for this next bull run because it was a high of $5,000 the previous bull run. And if we are looking at Ethereum's current price, that's about a 9x from where we are now. Even though we are seeing diminishing returns, you can easily see that the prices we are at right now are very cheap. This is why I urge all of you to get into these assets fairly quickly. And if you need any help, you can reach out to me and I can assist you with my coaching program. Remember that this is not only the case for Ethereum, this is the case for all coins, even Bitcoin and these other altcoins. And while we are speaking about altcoins, you need to understand that there is altcoin season and Bitcoin season. So when it's altcoin season, the money is flowing into these altcoins and they are seeing ridiculous gains because the market caps are lower and they have more room to run. So if you are really trying to make money this next bull run, you should get into some fundamentally strong alts that you have high conviction in. Always do your own research and understand what this alt is providing to the space, and never invest more than you are willing to lose. Don't forget that the safest crypto asset is Bitcoin. That is why it is seen as a store of value. Now let's dive into the institutional and retail money. Institutions have always been on and off about crypto, but since the previous cycle, they've been gaining more exposure into this industry. And recently, we've seen the big banks filing for Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. This is a great sign as we see the adoption curve hit. And as we get more and more people to adopt crypto, we are eventually going to see the prices skyrocket and it become more of a norm. But you should also know that eventually this will cause the volatility to go down, and eventually prices will just be steady and less volatile, similar to the stock market. But until we reach that day, you can expect prices to move hard. This is also why it's a good idea to get in early. If you break down the charts of specific cycles, you will see exactly when and where the money flows in and out of crypto. Specifically, you will see when these retail and institutional investors are FOMOing. FOMO stands for fear of missing out. And what happens in this instance is these investors are looking at the market and they feel like they're missing out because they see it move so high so quickly. So in their head, they're thinking, I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. I have to get in now because I know where it's going. Well, this is usually an indicator of a top. At this point, the smart investors are looking to sell their bag to the people who are looking to FOMO. If you can grasp this concept, then you will be on the side of smart money compared to the side of FOMO. Every single market has a top and a bottom, and not just one top and one bottom. There are many cycles within a full cycle as well. Back in 2021, when we had our first initial peak in the crypto market, we were consolidating and down for a whole summer period, and then we continued to rise back up to new all-time highs, and then we finished that cycle with a bear market. We could see something very similar for this upcoming bull run, and remember, there's always going to be ups and downs. So buy your your assets and take profit accordingly. Always have a plan. There are many factors that can affect the crypto market. Obviously, crypto news inside the market itself, but also economic outlook. Now, looking at realistic targets, I want to start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's low and high from the previous bull run was $3,000 all the way up to $70,000. In the previous bull run before that, Bitcoin hit a high of $20,000. So Bitcoin saw a little more than a 3x from peak to peak on different bull runs. Taking that into account, I believe that Bitcoin's going to hit at least 6 figures this next bull run. If we look at the charts and really break it down, you can see that Bitcoin can be anywhere from $150,000 to $200,000. And honestly, those are conservative targets. Because if you look at the economy as a whole, Bitcoin is used as an inflation hedge. And right now we are seeing insane inflation levels. Bitcoin is finally getting recognized as a store of value. So as more of these people jump in, they're not only investing, but they're trying to park their money in a safe asset. And this will only cause the price to continue to go up as more volume flows in. And now looking at Ethereum, you can look at the price target a little differently because Ethereum is less of a store of value compared to Bitcoin. It's more of a network. Ethereum gives you the ability to run smart contracts and build things on top of their network. This could be anything from coins to NFTs. So given the use case in the crypto industry, Ethereum usually sees higher returns than Bitcoin in cycles. Looking at the charts, we can see a realistic price target of $15,000 to $20,000 per Ethereum. And I know you may be looking at me like I'm crazy throwing out these far out price targets, but wait until the bull market hits and you're going to see. Crypto markets bring huge volatility, and it's not just Bitcoin and Ethereum. The majority of the volatility goes into these altcoins. That's also why I said if you are looking for the highest returns, you should get into some altcoins. But if you are looking for the safe and sure assets, you need to get into Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's all about your risk and reward tolerance. And if you don't know where to start with altcoins, you can reach out to me and I can get you set up. I will also be releasing future videos about altcoins to bring everybody in the know. But on average, in altcoins, you will see at least a 10x on your coin. And on the high end, you can see coins that run 100 to 1000x. It really depends on when you get in and what asset you're sitting in too. Please don't fade the bull run because this is the massive opportunity that we are going to get. And this may be the last big bull run before the whole economy comes down. We've seen many talks of a depression and recession in our economy, so this may be the last chance to gain a lot of money before we see all these assets come down in price. Join my coaching program and I can get you started and into some crypto. The time is now. Thank you everyone for tuning in to this episode of the Crypto Compass. My goal is to continuously educate you so that you can position yourself for success in this market. Let me be your guide. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.